Hey Summit Daily viewers, this is Antonio Olivero, sports and outdoors editor with the Summit Daily. We're rounding out this year's first summer of Bootprints hiking guide, and figured we'd check in from a familiar place for so many of us, Arapahoe Basin Ski Area. We're gonna head up this Argentine North Fork trail. You can see in that direction we already have had some snowmaking near the Argentine North Fork trail, but this summer a-basin, as part of just a general focus to expand and improve their on-mountain summertime offerings, completed a half-mile trail, Half Moon, kind of at the top of this 1.8 mile stretch of Argentine North Fork. We're gonna hike up about 1.8 miles to get to Black Mountain Lodge, as you can see on this sign. And then once we're around there, eventually we're going to continue on. I imagine it's going to be about 2.5 miles total to get to the terminus of the new Half Moon Trail. So excited to check it out. Excited to see how the ski area is doing. Just weeks away from hopefully some skiing and snowboarding, as they started up some snowmaking, as you can see. And it'll be a little bit of a different summertime fall vantage point of the legend, this classic ski area here in Summit County. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So as we depart the Mountain Goat Plaza base area here at a-basin, you can see how the base area is looking right now. Got a couple Adirondack chairs here at the base of the hiking trail. Here you can see the new Pallavicini lift in the distance there, and then here's Black Mountain Express, the main lift here at a-basin, and then there's the I believe that's the top terminus of the new Molly Hogan beginner lift. So here's where in the winter all skiers and snowboarders access this lower mountain lift, Black Mountain Express. You can see the new RFID gates that a-basin, I believe just this week, fully installed. We're going to head up this direction. This is permitted for uphill mountain bike use as well, Argentine North Fork, as we look at the general direction of where we're going to be hiking Continental Divide and the East Wall in view in the distance. As part of their summer improvement and expansion in recent years, a-basin has disc golf course through this lower mountain terrain, as you can see there. And here's some footing. Didn't bring my micro spikes today, but from the freshly made snow, this is what we're looking like. Get excited, winter's coming. Pretty much a summer road. We're hiking up here at the beginning of the hike. You can see hole 1 on the disc golf course is down there. And here is the brand spanking new aerial adventure park that a-basin completed midsummer. New summertime recreation offering. I believe you have to pay to use the adventure park, while the hiking trails, as you can see, mountain biking trails, disc golf course, all free. Just 1/10 of a mile up from the base area, maybe 1 or 2 switchbacks. The disc golf portion of the disc golf course jaunts off to the left, hiking and biking at right. Super obvious trail here. We still have over 1.5 miles to go to get to Black Mountain Lodge on the Argentine North Fork trail. There's a good view down below of the new Molly Hogan beginner lift on the bunny slope, which they're still working on, it looks like. And then at left, the bottom terminal for the new Pallavicini lift. Gained about 200 feet, about a half mile into our hike. Not 100% sure which ski run this is right here. I have a feeling maybe it's Humbug or just one of the lower mountain blues here at a-basin, looking up toward the east wall. Earlier in the summer, these wildflowers must have been beautiful. And it's really neat that, you know, just a half mile into the ski area, I was expecting not as much of a kind of forested wilderness feel. The trail's been single track since we started off from the summer road. We got a trickling creek here at left, and yeah, just some nice nature views, despite the fact that, as you can see, we're not very far from the Mountain Goat Plaza base. A little under 3/4 mile into our hike, we've continued on the single track, which really built well, as you can see, with the nature of the rocks alongside the trail to help with runoff, I'd imagine. There's some bridges and whatnot in a couple spots as well. Come to another snowmaking patch. And I'd say we're, yeah, just under 3/4 of a mile into the hike and gain a little under 300 feet. The switchbacks make the ascent up a-basin rather mellow, or more mellow than I was expecting, that's for sure. You're still climbing, you're still going to be breathing heavy, but here above 10,000 feet as we approach tree line, timber line, but the trail certainly makes it feel easier to ascend these steep ski slopes. You gotta beware of those flying discs. All kidding aside, Arapahoe Basin's disc golf course is pretty sweet here at the ski area, and it appears as if I stand corrected, wasn't a lower mountain blue. Looks like it was actually Sundance, one of the lower mountain greens here at a-basin that we were switchbacking through before. Still seemed like pretty steep terrain, at least hiking it. Certainly skied down it a bunch of times before, and it's not the steepest of slopes, but as we all know, here at a-basin, a green may be a blue somewhere else. For that matter, a blue may be a black almost everywhere else. And it's here. I'm gonna continue pretty much straight forward on that single track. Might as well. I know the summer road's here, and there's a couple hikers who headed up the summer road just a moment ago, but might as well stick to what appears to be more of a hiking trail. All right, so we're 1.5 miles, about 600 feet of elevation gain into our hike. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice hiking trail for a ski area for sure. Even though you're right on ski area property, you feel like you're out here hiking. I mean, here's a little glimpse. And the trail is super well built. I know a-basin, whether it be with IMBA for their mountain biking trails or these hiking trails, has really put a concerted effort into building these the right way. And I can imagine earlier in summer, like I said, what a beautiful trail to hike for wildflowers as you see the vantage point open up to the Lenawee lift straight ahead. I'm gonna switch back around. We probably have another 1/4 mile to go, maybe a little longer, to Black Mountain Lodge, the mid-mountain area here at the ski area. And from there, we should reach the Half Moon Trail and continue on up. Probably, I'd estimate halfway into our elevation gain for this hike. Again, having hiked maybe 600-700 feet to this point. I'm expecting a little over 1,000, but we'll see. Okay, 1.7 miles and nearly 700 feet of elevation gain into the hike. Views of the east wall, Lenawee open up. And then here at right, you can see the Black Mountain Lodge. Fantastic place to come when you're skiing and snowboarding. If you ski a-basin and don't hang out at this mid-mountain lodge, at least for a little bit on the porch, remember your sunscreen in winter, that's for sure, but just an awesome experience with awesome food. So we're hiking up here, should join up with a junction with the new Half Moon Trail shortly. Check back in with you when we get there. And there's the top terminal, one last thing, of Palvicini, the brand new one, straight ahead. Okay, as we have the top terminal of the Black Mountain Express lift at right, and then the summer road up there. We're gonna head in that direction. I know for sure that that's part of the new Half Moon Trail straight ahead under the Lenawee lift. But I'm not sure if that single track is the way to access it, but it just seems like a summer Jeep road up here. So I'm gonna go back to that single track and see if we can reach the new trail. Okay, so it's here. Skiers and snowboarders probably familiar riding down from Black Mountain Express and the Black Mountain Lodge with Lynx Lane at left. There's a faint single track trail here that, again, no idea if this is the right way to go. Signage, unless I missed something, isn't quite the best, but I'm gonna head this direction toward the Lenawee lift and see if we eventually meet up with the new trail. It's an understatement to say a-basin and the trail builders did a great job building this trail on terrain that makes the ascent as mellow as possible, but also takes you through as much canopy as possible as we skirt around this big bedrock boulder on the single track Half Moon Trail. I'm almost positive this is it. Again, 2.1 miles into our hike. Should be a half mile or less than that from our destination and turnaround point, as you see some of the tree skiing terrain in the summer. So we're hiking this really nice single track right around 2.5 miles into our hike that's been carved into the hillside. See the east wall up top, went away down below. I'm gonna continue on this trail. Not sure if it loops back around to Black Mountain Lodge, which you can see down below, or if we have to turn around, but it seems like we're reaching the highest elevation point on this ski area hike. Yeah, so after topping out above 11,800 feet, about 1,000 feet of elevation gain for our hike, it seems as if the single track trail there is now descending, as we can see the summer road ahead of us and the mid-mountain lodge down below. I think we're just gonna loop it back around rather than retracing our steps on the new trail back down to Black Mountain Lodge. So with that, as we hike on down toward the summer road, yeah, pretty sweet ski area hike. As you can see, again, just the really well-built trail here with some steps going down. Pretty neat ski area hike. Definitely had more of a forested feel than I was expecting. I say it's doable for most people. Pretty tame thanks to the switchbacks all the way up. Fantastic views, and if anything, why I'd recommend a hike like this for a Summit County local or visitor is you get to see a-basin's terrain and become a little bit more familiar with it in summertime, and it's really impressive, as you can see. So yeah, I'd say this is one to do. It's not going to take you any more than two to 3 hours. Can't imagine it being too much longer than that. Looping back around to the Jeep Road, as you can see ahead. It was worth the trip, but definitely excited to ski here at a-basin as soon as possible. I'll give you one last glimpse of the US 6 going up to Loveland Pass and the East Wall in all her glory. As we retrace our steps, and we're down here at the Black Mountain Lodge, Links Lane terrain right here. There are a couple signs. This one just denoting hiking and mountain biking on this terrain, on this trail. And I must have missed it when we were hiking up, but here is the Half Moon hike sign that says, like I was saying, about 0.5 miles, easy to moderate, no bikes. The wind maybe blew it over next to this cairn, but yep, that indeed is the Half Moon Trail, the one we just hiked.